Hey guys, it's me again, COVID-19 Sucks 2005, and welcome back to episode 124 of my Ask series, or episode 5 of series 8. So without further ado, let's get on with the questions that you asked in the previous video. So let's begin. The first question is from Film4 and ITV2 fan 2006. Don't know who that is, but just subscribed to him. Anyways, the questions he asked, I think it's a he, I don't know, but whatever. Anyways, the question the user asks is, do you watch Go Animate videos? Well, back in the day I used to a lot, but nowadays sometimes. And I don't really like Go Animate that much anymore, as much as I did back in the day, because it's getting a bit overrated nowadays because all the grounded videos, dead meat videos, and rants and salutes are just getting old nowadays. So, yeah. Hunter Arthur C. A Wiggle asks, what's your opinion on me? I think you're pretty good. Austin the Movie fan asks, do you collect Ben and Holly's Little Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom DVDs? No, I don't, and I never will, because I don't like Ben and Holly, but if you like it, I respect your opinion. Channel 4 and BBC One fan 2006 asks, why didn't you see any Kung Fu Panda movies in cinemas? It's just I really didn't get the time to see it, but hopefully when Kung Fu Panda 4 comes out, I'll definitely see it for sure. And maybe someday they might re-release it in the cinema, well, the first three, and hopefully, which probably won't happen, I might see them in the cinema. So yeah. And another question he asks is, what's your opinion on Escape from Planet Earth 2013? Haven't really watched it, but I've heard from people saying that it's an awful movie. But for me, I don't really have an opinion on it. It looks mediocre, to say the least. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan 1997 asks, Are you planning to do anything for your 18th birthday party next month? Yes, I am. But I'm not going to tell you yet because it's secret. CJ the Bob's Burgers fan 2008 asks, 1. What's your opinion on Despicable Me? It's pretty good. 2. Have you seen Planes 2? Yes, I have. 3. Why do you hate Scooby-Doo 2? I just think it's worse than the first movie, in my opinion, even though I haven't watched it in years. 4. What's your opinion on Smallfoot? It's good. And 5. What's your opinion on the Jetsons? I'd say it's good. Isles of... Sorry, I'm just... Elis of Foreign Railways asks, well then, let's get this over and done with. Brum was originally going to... Well, this isn't really a question, it's just something I asked him in the last video, and he's just commenting back on it. Anyways, he says, well then, let's get this over and done with. Brum was originally going to have a film, but the BBC cut its funding and pulled the plug back in 2002. Okay. 1. Anyways, the questions he asks. 1. What will you expect in Chicken Run Dawn of the Nugget by 2023, besides Tanwi Newton voicing Ginger and Zachary Lee voicing Rocky, replacing Julia Swella and Mel Gibson as their original roles, their daughter Molly and new threat in their house. Well, I'd probably expect to see probably some pop culture some continuity references in the first movie, and in case you didn't know, it's not going to be by DreamWorks this time because DreamWorks doesn't own Aardman anymore. Well, they did back in the late 90s and early 2000s, but yeah. So, yeah. And it's going to be by Studio Canal this time. 2. No offense, but I absolutely never liked high school humor as that makes them sound all edgy. Super Mario Logan and Hazbin Hotel, and of course, they get hated due to being desperate to make adults laugh over a respective gag. Okay, that's not really a question, but okay. 3. If you were to rank what games you liked from Nintendo, Sega, and Capcom, what would your choices be? That's a really good question. I don't really know what Capcom is, but for Nintendo and Sega, it's really hard. They've made a lot of good games. So, I could go on for the whole video to explain my favorite games, but I'm not going to do that. So, yeah. But if I have to... Yeah. 4. What are the fewer parts you hate about the 2020s apart from being COVID? Well, some personal stuff in life that I just don't really comfortable talking about. That I just don't really feel comfortable talking about, so yeah. And the last question he asks, the Barbie movie teaser trailer was on YouTube recently, but that doesn't mean Thomas the Tank Engine will be greenlit until the Mark Forster project is in production and post-filming around 2 years, 24 months, understood? Okay. I have seen the Barbie trailer and honestly it doesn't really look that good in my opinion. So, if you're going to ask if I'm going to be seeing that, no. Because it's not really worth it. But I am excited for the Thomas the Tank Engine movie, but it depends if they keep the original Thomas, which I'm sure they will. But it's still too early to be talking about it. I believe the movie's in production like right now, and we won't get any information until probably the middle of next year, or I don't know. And he also says here, thanks for responding my questions. Merry Christmas and have a happy 2023 to you and your family. Oh, that's very nice of you. Thanks, mate. Anyways, the next question is from Chilief, and he asks, 1. What's your opinion on Home Alone 2 Lost in New York? Probably the best Home Alone movie and the only good Home Alone sequel. The rest of the sequels are just trash and they can just rot in hell for all I care. Especially the 4th movie and the 5th movie. The 5th movie is probably the worst one in my opinion. And the 3rd one it's meh. It's not as bad as the other 3, but still not good. And as for the one from last year, Home Alone 6, Home Sweet Home Alone, I think it's called. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm planning to. When? I don't know yet. Maybe tomorrow, but we'll see. And that's probably going to suck as well, but yeah. 2. What's your opinion on Molly, the Mighty Yellow Engine? I think she's a really good character, and it's a shame that she never got any more episodes to herself. Like, she's one of the only good hit era characters to be introduced in the hit era, along with Rosie, Stanley, Freddy, who else? With Rocky and possibly Dennis. And the other, oh yeah, and Hank as well. So it's a shame they didn't do anything with her after Molly's special. Like, she did make a few cameos in other episodes, but after that she just didn't appear again. And I mean, it would have been cool if we saw her in CGI, but you know that's not going to happen because obvious reasons. 3. What's your opinion on the Ghostbusters franchise? Pretty good. 4. What's your opinion on the Dr. Seuss books? They're good. And 5. What's your opinion on Duke the Lost Engine? Are you talking about the book or the character? As for the book, it's pretty good. And as for the character, he's also good. And it's a shame that Duke never appeared again after season 4. Like, I mean, he did make a stock footage appearance in series 7, but that doesn't really count, does it? And he was originally going to come back in CGI in Kevin the Steamy as a background character, but never happened. So, yeah. Austin Marcus Robert Miller asks, 1. What's your opinion on Jingle All the Way? I watched the movie back in 2019 in my school, and it's pretty good. 2. What Christmas song do you hate? Oh, that's a hard question. Like, I like a lot of Christmas songs, and it's probably hard to choose which one's my least favorite. But if I have to pick, then probably I don't know. That's just a hard question. 3. Why are you not a fan of Turning Red? It's just, it doesn't really look like a Pixar movie to me. It kind of looks a bit like a Sony Pictures animation movie than a Pixar movie. And I'm not saying I hate it, which I don't. Which I think the story and the characters are pretty good, but the animation, it could have been better in a lot of ways. So yeah. 4. What's your favorite crisps? Oh, that's a good question. I like Tayto. Yeah, I like Tayto. I can't remember what the other one is. If I have to pick my favorite Tayto crisps, then they're probably Snacks, Chickatees, Hunky Dories. What else? Probably the waffles that they made, and the original Tayto, with the red packaging on it. So yeah, and also it's a damn shame that Tayto is no longer going to be around with us anytime soon, because from next year onwards they're going to be changing their name to Emerald. So yeah, pretty sad. And I also visited Tayto Park back in November, and again, it's going to be sad that Tayto is no longer going to be with us, but they're still going to be keeping the rides, but some of them are probably going to have new names. So yeah, that's pretty much all I could say. And 5. Do you think Sausage Party is supposed to be PG instead of 15? Yes. And the final question is from DreamWorks fan 2006. And he asks, what's your favorite quote from Toy Story 2? That's a good question. Probably in the scene where when Buzz and Zurg were on the top of the elevator and Utility Buzz said, no, when Zurg said, surrender, Buzz Lightyear, I have won. And then Utility Belt Buzz said, I'll never give in. You killed my father. And then Zurg says, no, Buzz, I am your father. And then Utility Buzz says, no! And that's a reference to Star Wars, The Emperor Strikes Back, where Darth Vader says that to Luke Skywalker, which, did Pixar have permission to use that quote back in the day? Because back then, I don't think Disney owned Star Wars yet, so it's no surprise that Star Wars is owned by Disney nowadays because of that quote. And there's quite a lot of Star Wars references in it. And probably another favorite quote of mine is, if I have to pick then, the scene where Woody was telling Buzz, I don't have a choice, Buzz. This is my only chance. And then Buzz says, to do what, Woody? Watch kids behind glass and never be loved again? Some life. You know, when Woody refused to go back with the other toys because he was getting used to going to Japan with Jesse, Bullseye, and Stinky Pete. So yeah. And that's all the questions for today. So yeah, that was episode 124 of my Ask series, or episode 5 of series 8. And remember, the closing date is going to be actually Christmas Day. So you have today, tomorrow, Christmas Eve, and possibly Christmas Day to ask me questions. And the 6th episode will be out on St. Stephen's Day, which St. Stephen's Day kind of counts as Christmas Day too, so it's probably going to be another Christmas special. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And yeah. So that's all for now. Stay tuned for some more videos coming up soon, and this is me signing off. Bye.